When you establish a vibrational pattern, usually by virtue of something that you've been observing, that vibrational pattern forms a point of attraction. Recently, we've been calling it your emotional grid. It's like the grid or the framework of a building that's going to fill in with more details. But it's an emotional, vibrational grid that is the framework. You walk around in it, it's your point of attraction. And then that grid fills in all day, every day with things that match the grid, all kinds of manifestations. We want you to feel the power of this grid that is within you, and we want you to recognize that your emotions are always your indicator of what you've been doing, especially lately with your emotions. And your emotions are coming in response to what you've been thinking, what you've been giving your attention to. So the source within you is aware of who you are and what you want and where you are in relationship to it. But the source within you is only focused upon, and by source within you, it's such a broad label to define all of us, non-physical, interested parties in your well-being. You see, most of you don't get that. You haven't been focused upon all of this non-physical help that you have. Sometimes it takes someone croaking in order to get your attention. Sometimes somebody who's dear to you, who's important to you, has to reemerge into non-physical before you even start thinking about what they might be thinking about you. But it's our promise to you that once you turn your attention to this non-physical group, isn't a big enough word, of non-physical interest, and you start paying attention to the way you feel, and getting yourself as often as you can in vibrational vicinity so that you can hear the messages, so that you can read the clues. We're going to be talking today a lot about your grid filling in. Have you been hearing us? If you've been listening to us for a little while recently, we've been talking about the grid. Are you aware of it? Yes. Have you been listening to us for a while? Are you aware of the vortex? So the vortex is the vibrational, if you will, holding pattern, places the wrong word, for the details of what you've been asking for. And you've been creating that vortex for a long time. And it stands as the potential manifestation for you. But most of it is still in vibrational form, ready to be manifested. It manifests when you are in a vibrational state that allows it to show itself to you in more than vibration. So think about it. Your vortex is giving you information all day, every day. The way you feel is your indication of your relationship with it. If you feel really good, you're in good vibrational proximity to your vortex. Now let's define your vortex. Your vortex is the vibrational equivalent of all that you have become. So it holds all of what you would call your wishes, your hopes, your dreams. We would call it your reality, your vibrational reality. Your vortex contains your inner being, the source within you. It is the expanded version of you. And as you stand in your physical beingness, in your happiest moments, you are in such alignment with that vortex that the vortex now begins moving into your experience. Now we've been saying, get into your vortex. Now we're saying to you, you are getting into your vortex, or your vortex is getting into you, but we would like you to form a sort of visual that your vortex is filled with all that you have become, all that you want, all that you have defined that you want. And as you find vibrational alignment with that, then you create a vibrational nucleus. You provide a vibrational environment. You cause yourself to be a vibrational grid that allows those details then to manifest in your experience. And the first manifestation is one of emotion. It's a feeling thing. It's that general thing that we are calling emotion. Emotion is about as general as it gets. Because in emotion, you're feeling. Have you ever felt something so powerfully and you want so much to convey what you're feeling to another with clarity enough that they can hear it and understand it, but you just can't find the words, but you really know how you feel. You know so clearly how you feel. You just can't put it into words. Well, we don't want you to try so hard to put it into words. Just rest with the general feeling, because as you rest with that general feeling, more will fill in. Then words will begin to come. And then ideas will begin to come. And then rendezvous will begin to come. Everything that happens in your experience is a rendezvousing with something experience. We just want to point out to you in this art of allowing environment that if you will put more emphasis upon the one thing that you have control over, and that is your personal relationship with your vortex, and if you are consciously aware of the contents of the vortex, and you are consciously aware of the power of the grid, now you've got everything that you need to put it all together. Now, formerly, we've been telling you the same thing for a while, just not in that easy to understand format. We've been saying to you that there are 3 steps to the process. Step 1 is ask. And life just through its contrast causes you to ask. And when you ask, you put it in the vortex, 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 put it in the vortex. Step 2 is source answers. Well, in this context of what we just said to you today, this vortex is this becoming place, environment of all that you've asked for. The source within you literally becomes the vibrational equivalent of what you've been asking for.